If you clicked on this video for tea or drama, just so you know, this is not it. If you are a somewhat conscientious consumer and has a keen interest in beauty content, but struggles with finding balance between your spending and buyer's remorse, then this video is for you. This is a video essay of my thoughts on consumerism and the influencer industry, something I've been reflecting on over the last couple of years. If that doesn't sound interesting, you can turn the sound off and just enjoy the satisfying video footage and watch me transform with the power of makeup. Before I get too analytical, too critical, and a little bit cynical of the industry and on my place in it all, I just want to say that the beauty community has been a source of joy and entertainment for me over the last decade. I have learnt great tips and found great products. However, after being on the other side of the screen for the last year or so and being older and hopefully a little bit wiser now, I just want to get a few things off my chest. The biggest advantage of the beauty community is that we're all becoming incredibly informed consumers. But sometimes I do wonder, who's influencing whom? My Kitco brushes are great brushes, and I see professional makeup artists use them all the time on Instagram. People like Danessa Marix and Nikki Makeup. However, I don't hear influencers talk about them. A brand I do hear a lot about is Refa. I have one Refa face brush. It's nice and applies product well, but it shares like crazy on me. So I'm a little bit baffled about why they get recommended all the time. Obviously, I've only tried this one brush and their eyelash curler, so it's not like I'm expert on the brand. The eyelash curler though is the best one I've ever used. That's for sure. For the brush, I was not convinced. I've not had a single My Kitco brush shed on me. I truly think they perform so well, so I just don't understand why they aren't talked about more. One of the reasons I can think of is PR and commissionable links. I think My Kitco is generally a more MUA orientated brand, so they aren't trying to advertise to the masses as much. So my guess is that they don't send out PR or do sponsorships in the same way. Also, Refa website pays out commission, while the My Kitco brush website doesn't. So at home, I'm being influenced by my favorite content creator to go out and buy this product. And I think I've made this informed and somewhat independent decision. However, that content creator may have only tried that product because of PR or because of an affiliate network. This is really not a huge issue at all. And I have no objection to PR or affiliate marketing. But at the end of the day, it made me realize that I'm still not in control here. The mass conglomerate companies are. Do you remember the scene from The Devil Wears Prada where Miranda or Meryl Streep tells Anne Hathaway about her cerulean jumper? I feel like that mirrors how I feel. I thought I was in control, but I'm still the fool on some level. The companies and brands are still at control here. They're still at the top of the food chain, not the consumer. The global influencer marketing platform market size was valued at 10.39 billion USD in 2021. In 2022, it was 16.4 billion, having more than doubled since 2019. Influencers represent this unique blend of paid endorsement being injected into the classic word of mouth. Hey, my friend recommended this. They have no motivation to lie to me about the effectiveness of this product. The power of social connection between the influencer and the consumer drives this success. Also beyond that, influencers are not tied by advertising regulations in the same way as a traditional billboard ad. I remember watching mascara adverts and there being a small print asterisk footnote saying the model is wearing false eyelashes in this promotion. I always thought, what was the point of adding false eyelashes, because it immediately makes me not want to buy the mascara. I wanted to see how it really performed. However, at least they disclosed it in their advert that they were wearing false eyelashes. And they had to do this because regulators such as the Advertising Standards Authority in the UK and the FTC in the US. But when you're an influencer, you can say whatever you want because you're just expressing your opinions, something called free speech. You can use as many hyperboles and superlatives as you like. The only rule is that you have to tell your audience when you have material connection, and this isn't limited to money exchanges, includes PR, free products, and affiliate codes. Obviously, when influencers discloses these material connections, it increases persuasion knowledge activation in the audience and reduces effective persuasion. In other words, the influencer's ability to sell decreases. In addition, clearer and more overt disclosures are more effective in triggering these effects than disclosures that are less transparent. This is why a small print of brand partner is used than ad at the start of the caption of a post. One can see why an influencer would not want to disclose ads. However, some research have shown that influencers who share that they're paid but provide justification for accepting payment can be seen more positively. I personally agree with that. What do you guys think? We don't just watch our favorite content creator or influencer for product recommendations. We also watch them for entertainment, sometimes out of aspiration or even envy. Do you remember the period of shock value content when creators were making videos about $300 foundations? Also the time of all the beauty room tours and people would always comment, "Oh, I wish I had a beauty room like this." Those videos were aspirational to some people and also evoked envy out of others. Now it's all about product reviews. I often watch product reviews out of intrigue, and I imagine a lot of you do too. The intrigue comes from pure curiosity and sometimes the fear of missing out. We watch a review to find out if that new release is the next best thing. Because we're now so well informed, have such high expectations out of our products, I feel like we're always chasing after the next best thing, looking for a better replacement. This is kind of dangerous. It's like we can't be happy or satisfied with what we already have, always wondering if the new foundation releasing next week will be able to erase all of our pores and somehow be better than what we already own, even if what we already own is pretty awesome and high performing. I know that sometimes we just look for novelty as well. We all own clothes that are still wearable, but we buy more new stuff anyway. But clothes don't expire in the same way. Sure, trends come and go, but clothes can be passed on to charity shops or be resold at any time. But makeup doesn't have that same life cycle. So we never end up finished using what we have and we go in a cycle of always buying more. Eventually though, we ran out of space, so we declutter. Hannah Louise Poston framed declutters as a feeling of wanting more and wanting less at the same time. That was so well thought out and phrased. I think the wanting more stems from FOMO and chasing after new and better things. And the wanting less stems from fatigue of having all the choice, seeing products as reminders of money not so well spent. Also, minimalism is considered chic and trendy in its own right. But normal people shouldn't be decluttering the same way influencers do, because our relation with a makeup product as an average consumer is different to the influencer. Their makeup item provide a source of income for them. It's like tools in a garage for a car mechanic. But for us, makeup items are a simple exchange of money and goods. We don't get our money back by using it, but influencers do. So it just doesn't make sense to be chucking hundreds of pounds of hard-earned money down the drain. I really want to use more of what I already have. Also, commission earnings encourage declutters. I remember watching someone with a pretty big following decluttering so much expensive and limited edition makeup. The reason was because even if she uses it and likes it, her audience can't get it. She doesn't want to use things she likes that people can't get. In one way, she is thinking of her audience. She doesn't want to dangle a big juicy carrot in front of them. But at the same time, if they can't buy it through a link, there is no commission earnings. I know this is a cynical way of looking at things, but we have to remember that quite a lot of the content we watch is advertising on some level. Some are really obvious and some very subtle. It's advertising at subliminal level because we're watching the content for entertainment. But at the end of the day, there is still a component of marketing to it. Also, tell me if you can relate. Do you feel like sometimes you use declutters as an excuse to buy more? You think to yourself, I got rid of all this old stuff that I no longer need or use. Good on me. Time to go out and buy some new stuff to reward myself. Do you think like that? I have definitely had those thoughts. I wish I could say my relationship with a makeup item is the same as an influencer, but it's not. So I can't help but wonder to myself, having this hobby, is it worth it? Maybe I should have just saved money to spend on the holiday instead. I also knew that deep down, I didn't spend the money because I wanted that product. I spent the money because I wanted that lifestyle. The life where you seem to have endless material possessions, a life where you can casually spend hundreds of pounds on makeup and still be able to pay your bills, a life where things are just easy. I want to stress that I never got into debt and always spent within my means, but what I really should have done is spend below my means, so I could have saved up for bigger things like an electric car or a nice sofa for my house. The beauty content we watch now is completely different to the Michelle Phan era of YouTube. It's no longer about tutorials or creating looks, it's all about products. So if I want to grow my channel, I have to be the first to buy that new thing and review that thing and edit and upload that video. I just don't have the monetary means or the time for that. I fell in love with the creativity behind makeup and I want to bring that back to my content a little bit more. I've probably already lost subscribers at this point because I'm expressing an opinion on quite a controversial topic. It's not a simple makeup tutorial or product review. There's so much more I could say, but I'm just gonna get off of my soapbox now. However, I do like making content that goes more than skin deep, even though they don't get that many views. Just look at the views on my Marilyn video. Also, I really want my channel to be more about creativity. I will definitely still review products, but I don't want that to be the only focus. I still love all things beauty and fashion too, but I just want to find a balance. If you enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and comment. If you're not subscribed, I hope you'll consider doing so. Thank you for giving me your time and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.